Hey guys, it's iTech every week, and the next generation iPhone has been shown off by Apple at their media event that was scheduled today at 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So it is going to be the 4S, not the iPhone 5. So it has the exact same casing as the iPhone 4, just better specifications. It does have the A5 chip. I'm not sure about a gig of RAM or whatever it is, whatever that is yet. I believe it's a gig of RAM, but I'm still not positive on that. It may be the 512 megabytes as the previous iPhone 4 has had, but I'm still not sure on that. It does have a better camera. It has the 8 megapixel camera with 1080p video recording. And I got a tweet right here by Tully today that says that the 8 megapixel camera takes 3264 by 2448 pixels in a picture. So that's just crazy. And here's another tweet that says it has 33% faster capture times. And also here's another one. It says it has backside illumination, 73% more light. It looks like it's not positive on that. But again, 33% faster capture and a hybrid IR filter. I'm exactly not sure what the hybrid IR filter is. I'm not really into camera stuff. I have no idea. It also has better white balance and face detection. And so you guys do know, most of the stuff I'm going to be going through are just these tweets right here. There's been so many tweets today, I couldn't even load them all up on my iPod. I had over hundreds of tweets, so I just got a whole bunch of information, and I just favorited the most important stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm using this as my notes pretty much. Besides everything else I said for the iPhone 4S, talking about the specifications, there is more specifications. I'll get to the rest of that. Oh, okay. Actually, I'll get it to right here. There it is. It's got the A5 processor. It also has, I think it has two antennas now, and it switches between the antennas or something like that to get the best reception. And it also, some people have been rumoring that the 4S would have 4G download speeds. Well, it is actually 3G data, but it sounds like because of the antennas that Apple has installed in the phone, it's actually going to get 4G speeds, or at least it can compare to those speeds. So it's going to be up there, probably just as fast as it. And the one main feature that has actually won me over with the iPhone 4S is the Siri Assistant, or whatever this is going to be called. I believe it. I know for sure it's called Siri, but I'm not sure about the assistant part. Anyway, you can pretty much tell Siri to do anything. You can tell it to schedule an event. You can say, schedule me an event for October 5th at this time, and then it'll do all that for you. You can tell it to schedule an alarm to wake you up in the morning at a certain time, and it'll do that for you. And pretty much all that stuff. You can pretty much ask anything. You can ask it what the weather's like, and it'll tell you what the weather's like. You can pretty much do anything with this Siri Assistant thing. They're also gonna have a little mic icon next to the space bar on the keyboard, and that'll show. And you can press that, and you can say what you want to. You can say what you want the device to type in for you. So you don't have to type anymore. You can just press that and record your voice, and it'll translate that into text. So pretty much Siri can do anything you really want it to. I'm not going to go into depth on a whole bunch of this stuff. I'm just going to kind of cover it. Anyway, so right here, actually, this tweet right here says download speeds that rival 4G. So it's 3G, but it's close to 4G. Or the 1080p video recording will be obviously HD if it's 1080. It's going to be, they'll have video image stabilization, temporal noise reduction, and again, I'm not familiar with all this camera stuff, but that's what it has if you guys want to know that. Besides all that stuff, I think I covered most of the 4S things that will be available for pre-order this Friday, which would be October 7th, and then you can go ahead and pick that up October 14th. As the rumors guessed, it would be October 14th, and they are correct. Besides that, iOS 5, the final, will be released to public, not only developers anymore. It will be released on October 12th, along with the new white iPod Touch, which will be released October 12th also. And the only thing different with the iPod Touch is it has a white version now. Everything else is exactly the same. So that may be down for you iPod Touch users. That's currently what I'm using. I do plan on getting an iPhone 4S December, actually. That's when my 2-year contract expires. So I'll be renewing that sometime in December. The prices, I'll get to that in a little bit for the stuff, contract and off contract for the iPhone 4S. Besides that, the Gold Master has been released for iOS 5, and that's available for download right now if you are a developer. And now that we kind of switched over to iOS 5 now, you can jailbreak that, as Musclearn said right here. Right now, they haven't updated Red Snow yet, but you can use the newest Red Snow. Actually, there's two different ones. I'm not sure. This one, no, it's this one. It's the Red Snow. Let's see what they open this up. It's a 0.9.8 Beta 7. That is the one that will jailbreak the Gold Master of iOS 5. And then you just point it towards Beta 7, which is right here. And until they upgrade Red Snow, then you'll be able to point it towards the Goldmaster itself. But this is a tethered jailbreak. I'll get into that stuff later. I'll do a jailbreak tutorial on that probably tomorrow. I believe you can't upload videos after 7 o'clock tonight Central Time or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with YouTube. Hopefully I can get this video up tonight. Anyway, so that jailbreak video will probably come tomorrow. Otherwise, everything else, okay, here's the prices for the stuff. I'll get to that in a little bit. Everything else in the media event that they had today, they pretty much already covered in the previous keynote, which was back when they released macOS 10 Lion. They pretty much said everything about iOS 5 and all its features and iCloud, and they covered all that. They just kind of recapped all that today. I'm not going to go through all that just because everyone mostly knows that stuff already. Another thing is they have 7 times faster graphics than the previous iPhone 4. And here are actually the prices for the new white iPod Touch along with the black one. They'll be the same prices. Again, the only thing changed is it's white now. iPod Nano, they improved some stuff on that. I'm not going to get into that. Apparently, there's 16 new clock designs. The 8GB is now $129, and the 16GB is $149. They also improved the fitness experience, and you can also have, like, rather than, I think previously they had 4 icons on the home screen. Well, now you can have 1 icon, and it kind of like scrolls across, I believe, something like that. Not exactly sure. I'm not paying too much attention to that. I'm trying to get this video out as fast as possible so I can get it uploaded tonight. Anyway, the battery life. 3G talk time for the iPhone 4S is 8 hours. 2G talk time is 14 hours. 3G browsing, 6 hours. Wi-Fi browsing, 9 hours. Video, 10 hours. Music, 40 hours. I went through that kind of fast. If you guys want to check that out, just go ahead and pause it on there. Here's a tweet right here. Here's a tweet right here by Techno Buffalo, and that says the iPhone 4S will have faster download speeds than the iPhone 4. And right here it actually says 2 times faster download speeds. I believe I said it has the A5 processor in the 4S. I believe I said that. And that's another thing that kind of sucks. The iPod Touch is not going to have the A5 processor. The fourth, it's still the same generation. It's the 4th generation. They didn't upgrade it to the 5th generation. Same processor. Only thing different is that white iPod Touch has been added, which may be down for most of you guys that uses the touches out there. But I believe I covered everything. That's pretty much it. For the iPhone 4S pricings, I got a tweet right here. I'm going to go ahead and have this bring me over to this website here. So here are the pricings for the 4S, the iPhone 4S. This is all with a 2-year contract renewal. Another thing I believe that has changed is they actually added the 64 gigabyte. I really haven't paid attention to anything. I don't know if they had the 64 gigabyte. I don't believe so. I think the highest they had was 32. So I believe the 64 gigabyte is new. Actually, yes, I'm positive on that now because they got rid of the 8 gigabyte. They only have a 16, a 32, and a 64 gigabyte now. 32 is 300 with a 2-year contract. 16 is 200. And the 64 gigabyte is 400. So that may be a downer for some of you. And the thing that's weird is the iPod Touch has an 8 gigabyte and a 32 gigabyte and a 64 gigabyte. They don't have the 16. And the iPhone 4S has a 16 gigabyte, a 32 gigabyte, and a 64 gigabyte, and no 8 gigabyte. And the only thing I could guess on there is why they got rid of the 8 gigabyte with the 4S is because it's an iPhone and you're probably going to have more stuff on there than you would with the Touch. But I don't understand why they got rid of a 16 gigabyte iPod Touch. I don't know, a little bit confused on that. But those are the prices right there. I'm not sure what it is for off contract, but I believe it's up there like $600 something. It'll be high. That's all I know. It's extremely high for that off contract, but that is for the prices. And some final things I want to cover before I end this video that I realized I missed. I want to talk about this thing called Find My Friends that it's either going to be in iOS 5 the final, or it's going to be only for the iPhone 4S. I think it's iOS 5 the final. I think it's going to be available for anyone running iOS 5. But what this feature is, it's a new app and it's called Find My Friends, and that's going to allow you to locate any of your friends that have an iDevice, and they have to be connected to the internet or something in some way. They have to have some kind of connection for you to realize where they are. But anyway, it can locate exactly where they are, and it comes with some parental controls and stuff like that. So if you want to check that out, that'd be pretty cool. I don't have any links to that stuff, but you can just go ahead and search it on Google. It'll come up. Or the Apple website, I believe has that. And the last thing I want to say before I end this video is I'm sure a lot of you guys are actually probably mad or sad or whatever about not having a redesigned iPhone named the iPhone 5. But really, the iPhone 4S, if you look at it, if you're upgrading from like a 3GS and you're going to the 4S, it's really not that bad of a phone. Most people that I've been seeing that have actually been mad about having a 4S and not the iPhone 5 is redesigned is because they've been using the iPhone 4. But if you're upgrading, maybe it's your first iPhone, like in my case, it's going to be my first iPhone, or if you're even going from a 3GS to the 4S, it's obviously a great phone. I'm sure you guys wouldn't have a problem with it if you already didn't have that same iPhone 4 design. So really, everyone's been cutting it down, but in my opinion, I don't think it's that bad of a phone at all, especially with these new iOS 5 features, and some of the features are actually only going to be for the 4S. It's definitely going to be a great phone, and in my opinion, it's still better than any other phone out there on the market. So maybe you guys want to give me your thoughts, go ahead and put it down in the comments down below on what you think about Apple not releasing the iPhone 5 and just doing the iPhone 4S, especially after waiting over a year and a half to release their new generation iPhone. And the very last final thing I want to say is they are killing off. It sounds like the iPod Classic, they did not renew that generation, so I am assuming that they are killing that off, as we had seen in some previous news the past few days about that. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and like it down below. I hope I covered everything good enough, and hope you got all the information. Sorry if I kind of rushed through this a little bit, and I hope you caught everything. But that's it for this video, guys. Follow me on Twitter for tech updates, and also subscribe up top to be notified whenever I release new videos on your YouTube homepage. I appreciate your subscription if you go ahead and do that. But that's all, guys. This is iTech Every Week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you guys in the next video.